Today, for the first time, I went to the HArt Art Gallery on Main Street in Chattanooga, and I must say I was quite impressed with being there. It's rather small, but it is all local artists, all amateur artists. Most of them are either homeless or autistic. They have certain mental health problems. Some of them have schizophrenia. Some of them have post-traumatic stress disorder from being in the war. Some have come out of family abuse. Just a number of different things. And the art gallery serves as a place for them to sort of release themselves in a creative way. All of their artwork is on display, and there are little placards that tell you a little bit about the artist, at least as much as they want you to know about them. Most of them are not using their real names, but they offer a community time for them to come in. There are supplies there for them to work with. Some of them are doing paint, some of them are doing drawing, some are doing sculpture work. Whatever is their choice of artistic expression, they are given the tools to do that. When they sell a piece of art, I want to say that the artist is getting, I think, 60% of the price, and then an additional 10% the artist can donate to a charity of their choosing, typically someone who has helped to take care of them through the years. And then the other 30% that's left over goes back to the HArt Art Gallery to supply food for the artists when they come into work and to supply different kinds of paints and things. I did not get the video I wanted to get today because as I was getting started, I did get permission to video there. But as I was getting started, they were showing the gallery to some folks from one of the local area associations that work with kids. And so they were going to give them sort of a run through of what the art class looks like. And so I didn't want to get them in the video. I didn't want to set my camera down in their way and get video of me walking around. But I think it is a unique and very much needed space for people. There's no way that I could tell you about every one of the artists that are on display at the art gallery. I'm just going to put up some images here of their name placards, and I'll leave them on the screen long enough for you to maybe read through them. And you can kind of see the kinds of people that are there. I'll leave their website link in the description below. And if you would like to donate some money to help the art gallery, or if you feel inclined to purchase a piece of art to help a particular artist, I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. Now it's time to try to get a little peace and quiet from all the construction around here and enjoy this cappuccino. either homeless or autistic. They have certain mental health problems. And there are little placards that tell you a little bit about the artist, at least as much as they want you to know about them. Most of them are not using but I think it is a very Okay, so a few things. There's always a few. I went downtown. I knew I needed to go inside somewhere because it was 98 degrees by the time I got outside today, and I was not going to try to make a video outdoors. And I've been wanting to go to this art gallery for a while, the HArt Art Gallery. And I didn't take a microphone because what I envisioned was I used the platypod and that little phone holder that I've showed you before. It's still out in the car, so I can't show it to you now. I was going to use that to set it around, maybe on a table or a shelf or whatever, to get video of me walking around the gallery. I did get permission when I first went in to be able to record, and their answer was, we encourage people to take pictures and we encourage people to take video, so you do whatever you need to do. But as I mentioned in the video, there was a group that was starting sort of a mock class to walk through what a class would look like, so I couldn't do that part of the video. I said all that to say this: I did not take a microphone today. And so you heard in the bloopers, you heard what the real sound sounded like while I was talking outside the coffee shop. The Adobe Podcast Enhance, I reduced that to 60%. So it took out most of the background noise, but left just a little bit of it to still let you know I was outside downtown, which I thought worked really well. Now, one note about Podcast Enhance, there is a free version. You do not have to have an Adobe subscription, but it will only do a 90% enhancement. And sometimes that is just too much. So because I have a subscription for Lightroom and Photoshop, it allows me to adjust those things so it works for me. The other thing is I used a film LUT over me talking to give it a different kind of vibe. It's a little subdued. I kind of liked it. I turned out way too orange because the tops over me were orange, but I was able to sort of manipulate the color a little bit to tone that down. Anyway, it was just kind of an experiment. You can let me know what you think about that part of it in the comments. And then somebody asked the other day, because I am recording this video with the DJI Mic 2. I have the receiver plugged into the phone, so I'm actually recording into the phone. If I'm using it as Bluetooth, it won't record into the camera app, the iPhone camera app. I have to use a different app. But if I plug the receiver in, it will record. So anyway, that's a long story short. Somebody asked to see one. So this is what the Mic 2 looks like, and it is it has a on-off switch on this side, and then it has this little red button over here on this side. I'm hoping that is maybe getting me out of the way so it will focus. And that's the button you would push if you wanted to record internally. The other thing is that it is metal, so it has a magnet, and I have the magnet here, and it's tucked under my shirt. The shirt helps to sort of, you know, make the sound not quite so tinny being inside. Other than that, you can let me know what you think about the HArt Art Gallery in the comments, or about the video in general, about the Mic 2 if you have more questions. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.